Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a book review. Today's book review is by Sara Zarr. It's her novel called Goodbye from Nowhere. So yeah, if you guys read the story, let me know down below what you guys thought about it. And yeah, if you guys want to know more about this book, then keep on watching. So I don't even know where to begin with this story. It's very cringy. I don't know what other word to put it. Okay, so basically this story is about teenage boy named Kyle who, you know, life was good, life was popping, everything was fine, nothing was going on, his life was like 100% like the best thing ever. And then you know, he thought everything was perfect, you know, his family was perfect to his eyes, like nothing was going on, like, you know, he had the greatest family, he had the greatest grandparents, greatest cousins and uncles. And then all of a sudden things change. In this story, you're basically in the point of view of Kyle Baker, who is the main character. He is a teenage boy who basically, you know, everything's fine and dandy like I said, and then suddenly goes into a depressed mode because he finds out like a deep secret in his family that he did not know was going on. And the moment he finds out, like, things go downhill like real quick. You know, his motivation goes down, like he has no one to talk to about the situation. He feels like he has no friends, like he blocks away his friends. He had a girlfriend that he literally just ignored for like weeks or months, and you know, like problems were there, and like he just didn't know what to do. The situation like literally controlled his whole life, that he just spiraling down into like a horrible deep hole that he did not know how to get out of. And on top of that, his grandparents' home, which they lived in a ranch in California, where his whole family meets up and do holiday gatherings and birthdays, they are going to sell the ranch. That is the simplest term of what I could put it without spoiling it. Letting y'all know now, this is the point where it gets to the spoil part. I don't really think it's a spoil part, because if you go to Goodreads, you can literally read the whole like description of the book, and it actually tells you right there what the whole book is about. So just letting y'all know. Basically, Kyle Baker, who like I said is our main character, he finds out that his mom is actually having an affair. She's been having an affair for about 6 months or longer. Like, it came to him like as a shock, because he literally pictured his parents as a perfect couple. Turns out they're not. And no one of his family knows. Not his sisters, not his 2 older sisters, not his grandparents, not his cousins, not his uncles. No one in his family knows. And to make it worse, like, the parents literally ask him not to tell anyone, because he finds out because the dad tells him. They go to a family gathering, I believe. I'm not sure if it was a cousin's birthday or what it was, but they go to a family gathering and it's only him and his dad. And he's wondering why his mom wasn't going, or why like she was gonna take another car or whatever. It turns out that dad couldn't handle keeping it a secret anymore, and he literally blurted out and told him that his mom was having an affair. Like, he was denying it at first, but then the dad was telling him, like, you know what, like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have told you that. You know, like, the dad kind of regretted telling him, because him and his wife had agreed not to tell anyone. Even though she was having an affair, they were still living under the same roof, so they were pretending to be the happy couple, even though she was having an affair. But he finds out, and that's when things go down, because he has to keep it a secret from his whole family. So when they get there, he has no one to talk to, and he just doesn't talk. He just stays there like, what the fuck is going on? The only person he actually could count on, who always tells everything to, is his cousin Emily. Even his girlfriend was like, oh, you talk about her so much, like, she joked around saying like, oh, you guys are probably a thing or whatever, you know, you have a little crush on her, even though that's gross. But it did seem that way. It was kind of annoying, because he really like was infatuated with her so much. Like, it was creepy, weird how like he would talk about her. Honestly, it was kind of creepy or whatever. And they're not. But throughout the whole book, she did make it seem like he had a huge crush on her, and it was really creepy, because his cousin Emily really didn't. I want to say his cousin Emily was I forgot what she was. Asexual? Is that the word? I'm not sure. I'm not very educated in these terms. but I believe it's when she isn't interested in neither male or female, and she made it kind of obvious because she just didn't catch any feelings for no person at all. So I want to say her parents know that, and he knows that, but they don't really like focus on it, but it seems like that's what like it is. I'm not sure though. And when he finds out like he was in baseball and he quits baseball for a bit, like he just stops going, he goes in his car every day and just rides around, like drives around, like wasting gas because he just doesn't want to come home and confront his mom about it. And you know, like the parents, he has no one to talk to, and like his older sister is like moved out because like some family problems as well. And yeah, so the whole time he's just, honestly it felt like he was just complaining about the whole situation because he had no one to talk to about the situation. And I am very disappointed in the book. I don't know, I just didn't like the topic of the book, even though it's a very common topic. But I did not like the fact that the parents literally put that much pressure on the child, well, on the teen child, whatever, same thing, on a young kid, to hide something so big like that when he couldn't even cope with the situation. Like, so to me that was like a no-no. That's like, why would you do that to your child to begin with? Like, why would you, like, I understand if the dad like didn't have anyone to tell and he was like, you know, hiding, like obviously he was hiding a secret and he didn't have anyone to tell, but like, I don't know, like it was just awkward. And then the whole situation about him and Emily, like they're cousins, like they're blood cousins, and he was so like in love with her. He even like said it, like, I don't know, there was something about her that he was just obsessed with her. Like he would say like, I wouldn't know what to do without her, like she's so pretty, like she, you know, she's everything to me, and blah blah blah. I mean, even the cousin was like, dude, stop texting me all the time, you know. His older sisters like literally have no clue what's going on, but the one of his sisters is kind of like, oh, I wouldn't be surprised because his parents, I guess, are like dicks. In other words, I don't know. But he does find out who the man is, and he also finds out that the man has a child and is still married to his wife. So they're both technically having an affair. And it gets juicy though, it does get juicy, because by the end of the freaking book, that wife finds out that his husband is cheating and like follows him up to the place where they meet up, because it was the last event that was gonna happen before they had to destroy the whole farm, and everyone was there. And she gets caught and she goes down. However, I wish there was more detail into it. There wasn't, because since they're kids, they went on to live to like the separate part of the farm and let the adults deal with it. Like, I want the adult version. I want to know what the hell happened. Okay, I want the chisme. When the lady comes, the whole family finds out, and yeah, it's just awkward because they never really got along with the mom to begin with. Like, she felt very not wanted there, and it was clear that they unwanted her for a reason. I don't know, if you guys like this book, let me know what you guys thought about it, or what you guys like or disliked about the book, because I honestly felt like he was just complaining the whole time. In a way, I understand that he just didn't have anyone to talk to, but that whole situation was unnecessary. His parents shouldn't have done that. Like, he's technically still a young child, not a young child, but he's a young teenager. Like, obviously it was gonna get into his head, like he was gonna go depressed and much more, but it just ruined his whole life and he did not know what to do. That's why parents suck. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you guys thought, and I will see you guys in my next video.